now is David Londono. He is the CEO of Mineros. Great to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too. Thank you.
Now, we got to know the company fairly well a few months ago, and our viewers did as well through your head of IR, Ann Wilkinson, who's around here somewhere. We saw her earlier. But maybe a little refresher and a reminder for everybody about what is a unique story with the producing free gold asset in Colombia. Then you've got underground mines in Nicaragua, and you've got record financial numbers lately. And maybe can you give us a little snapshot of all of that?
Yeah, let's start a little bit with Colombia first. Colombia is actually a great asset that we have down there. It's free gold. We don't use any reagents. We mine outside the riverbed. Now, what we do is we build these ponds. We put some kind of levees around so the water doesn't go into the river. And then we put these big dragas in there to start digging. First, the overburden, they put the overburden behind, backfilling the areas where we already mined out. And then we mine the ore, and the ore goes through a processing plant within the draga, where by gravity we get the gold out. Now, again, like I said, there is no reagents being used in this process.
Sorry, not to interrupt, but you also have that arrangement with artisanal miners too.
We have an arrangement with artisanal miners in Colombia where we either rent them or give them our draga, and they work in areas that are much smaller where the big dragas cannot go. And then we also have people that they bring their own dragas, and we buy the ore from them.
And then Nicaragua, can you give us some flavor there?
Nicaragua, we have two operating mines, small mines, and we have one more mechanized than the other one. So it's Pioneer and Panama, the two mines that are extracted about 15-20% of our production in Nicaragua. And then we have the artisanal miners. Now, the artisanal miners, there is something that is mandated by the government that we give them about 1% of our land package for them to work on. But they have to be organized in cooperatives. Now, these cooperatives, there are about 17 of them. They include about 6,000 people that are involved in these cooperatives, and they go and work in areas that we give them, and they sell the ore back to us. It's a great model. It's actually called the Bonanza model that other mining companies are replicating, and could be actually replicated not only in Nicaragua, but some other places around the world to work with artisanal miners.
Well, based on the financial numbers, the most recent quarter was very robust, record numbers. You had revenue up 37%, EBITDA higher by 66%. So how is it that the team is achieving these and executing on the strategy?
So there's a couple of things, and it's cost discipline. Now that we got involved, we're going to our sites and making sure that we're having the right procurement, the right supply chain, and also that we buy only what we need. But at the same time, the gold price is helping and making sure that we're meeting the guidance on gold production to make sure that we're getting what we need to right now.
Well, it seems to be working for sure. Now, so you say you want to grow organically and inorganically, and one of the ways to do the organic way is advancing the Porvenir project that's in Nicaragua, and you also are in the process of buying control of Pepa in Chile, correct? Mm-hmm. Can you expand on those two?
Yeah, so in Nicaragua, we have this Porvenir project, and we're finishing the PFS, and we know it's going to be a good project for us, particularly with these gold prices in this gold environment. With that project, we're going to add about, I would say, 60 to 70,000 ounces per year to our portfolio, our production. And we're going to have that built and starting producing at the end of 28, in Q4 28. Now, La Pepa, this is a project that we had 20%, and Pan American Silver had the remainder 80%. They were selling the project, so we decided to buy that 80%. Why did we decide that? Is that it is in a mining district. There are a lot of companies within the area also. It's a company that is actually finishing building a mine next to us. So for us, I think it's good to add ounces to our portfolio and start exploring and getting increasing that the ounce out there and getting them in confidence on what we have and start working on a PFS.
Now, okay, very good. Now, David, in terms of the stock, would you say that some investors have definitely discovered the story? Maybe they don't know that the company's been around for more than 50 years, but it's up about 5 times since December of 23. But would you also agree that there's still some education to be done? I know you're looking for more awareness to let investors know that, hey, look at us.
Yeah, this company that it was owned mainly by Colombian families and Colombian investors, particularly banking, finance investors. But since we opened that mine into, let me rephrase a little bit. So back in the day, in the 2020, they were trying to make an acquisition, but they couldn't because people didn't know the operation, didn't know the mine, and didn't know the mine for a couple of reasons. We didn't have good advertising of the company outside Colombia, and also because of the jurisdiction seen as kind of a risky jurisdictions,
Right.
Colombia and Nicaragua. The other thing is that alluvial, there are very few alluvial operations in the world, and people see that as bad for the environment, etc. So people don't invest because the way we do the mining out there is actually great for the environment. So we starting to tell that story on how we mine in there, how we mine in Nicaragua, how we work with the artisanal mining. People are starting to know us better and invest in the company.
So we know the gold price is at an all-time high or near there anyway, and cash flows are really starting to surge for gold miners. Your net cash flow in the last quarter was up 700% year over year. I don't need to tell you that. So that's an example of that. So what are your views of the gold price and the drivers of that, but also the current environment for Mineros?
Yeah, no, I think the gold price is gonna stay high for the next few years. We're just starting this cycle, in my view.
Yeah.
With the current issues in Western, Eastern Europe and Middle East, etc. I think that gold is going to keep on going up. The dollar is weakening, and that helps gold. So we see a kind of a good opportunity for us now. For us, how are we going to take advantage of that opportunity? We're going to start looking at opportunities that present to us, and we see if there is a smart opportunity that we can take advantage of. We need to be ready, and we're going to be ready to take that opportunity when that comes.
All right, and we'll be following. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
very good. David Londono, CEO of Mineros.